Look at her out on the shelf while we're driving. She's in the front of the boat looking out the front window. That is awesome. Remember she used to hide every time the motor would start? Come on. So this boat can run in a little bit less than a foot of water with no motor. If I get out and I walk, the houseboat, you can go in about 9 inches of water. But if you're trying to move it, you're looking at about a little more than a foot, maybe a foot and a half. It's a beautiful spot. I came over here, we saw it with the dinghy first. My goal is to set up the fireplace outside on the front of the boat and have a fire tonight. So I parked right here because look at all that wood right there. We're gonna burn some of it. Look at our little peninsula. I bet when it rains over the next 2 days, it's all gonna be gone. Look at the loon way up there. There's a cardinal over on that other island. I'm trying to get him to come over here. Ah, there's 2 of them. He keeps going. He's like, if you won't play frisbee with me, will you play tennis with me? He's funny. We're basically, I'm throwing the ball or frisbee 5 times at this point a day, and then I don't want him to re-injure himself. So, this is a problem. This is really muddy right here. So I might jump in the dinghy and go get one of those foam things from the other island and basically bring it here so we can walk on it. Because it's going to rain the next couple of days, which is why I'm not going to be able to do any work on the property, or not going to want to do any work on the property. So I figured I'd come out to this, do some island stuff. He's such a fool. I mean, he's really spent 12 days like in a cone, not doing anything. If you think about it. Poor dog. He's a poor dog. Yeah, I'm not gonna play with you anymore, buddy. Yeah, look how muddy that is. I'll take him for a boat ride after we have coffee. Oh, he's gonna go bark at the fisherman. I forgot I left the door open. So I'm gonna come back here pretty quick. I'm not gonna go for too far of a walk. Look at this. So water gets up here. This part of it actually gets underwater at some point. Ooh, there's a tarp. I wonder if someone stayed out here for a while. Oh, it looks like, look at this. Look at this. It's kind of a smart way to do that. And a gas can? Trimmer. With line on it. Okay. Alright, so since everything here is pretty much new, including the tarp and the gas can and everything, you know what happens. Basically, a bunch of kids come out here and hang out, and this is just their summer hangout spot, and they have the tarp up for when it rains, And the trimmer is to make their path in and out. And you know it's kids because they're lazy. And yeah. And who else would leave a trimmer in the woods just for something? River, stop it. No, come here. Hey, don't run like that. River, come here. Hey, come here right now. Come here. River, no. Come here. Come on, Riv. Gosh, darn it. He's so hyper. Come on, let's go. Get over here. I thought about even shocking him right there, but he's not chasing anything bad. He's going after birds. He's just got so much energy right now. All right, hey, I'm gonna put him in the boat. I don't want him to hurt his paw. All right, but one other thing we're gonna grab while we're out here. This board and that piece of foam. So when it rains and there's more mud, we won't need to walk on mud to get on and off the boat. Yes, I know I need a machete, but I'm afraid I'm going to hit River when I'm swinging it, so I don't have one. And I'm going to kick this over before picking it up. Right here. Last night on the dock, there's rats that run underneath the dock and the foam, between the dock and the foam, and Cricket spent all night like hunting. She came to bed for about 5 minutes in the middle of the night, and that was it. And she was panting and purring, so she was already in a like tussle when she did that. And now I'm trying to get her to come check out the island, and she just wants to go to bed. Look at her. She doesn't. She's like, I'm not doing anything this morning. So funny. Such a beautiful spot. Look at this. I got the custom foam plank, the Marty special. I can't wait till the water's high enough. Oh my gosh, look at this. Next week, repairing old tools found in the water by Marty. Just kidding. Don't call me Marty. My mom hated that. I'm making a pile of all my items that I'm going to take off the island. River's not part of it. Out on the boat. And then something will happen where I'm like, oh, I got to go take a relax or maybe go look. Like right now, I'm really looking for driftwood to do the porch. And I know it's going to rain for 3 days. So, but honestly, I don't know if anything that I do on that property is ever going to beat just owning your own island wherever you go, whenever you want. So, yeah. She's coming for a walk with us. The peninsula over here is just, you would think it would be muddy, but it's just high enough out of the water that it's been dry. And I'm not really even leaving footprints. So, although when River tries to cut real sharp or whatever, he's digging into the mud. Look how cool this is. And then obviously this is all underwater. Typically the water level is up here, right along here. So you forget how much energy he has after a week or so of locking him up. So this oak tree was stifled or killed off by this vine, and someone came along and cut the vine, finally. More people should do that, like this right here. I should go around and saw these. Yeah. Well, we'll explore the island. I'm going to find some driftwood and take some pictures, but I'm gonna make sure crickets. I'm gonna see what the heck the cat's doing actually. She might have, oh, she's right there. What are you doing, little girl? Do you like this beach? This is actually a perfect beach for River's paws right now because there's nothing sharp on here. It's not made of rock or anything. But I am washing them off, and I have these antifungal, antibacterial wipes that you wipe it down with after we play. And he seems to like it. So, and they're used for cats, dogs, and horses. And the vet said she uses them on her own hands. So, River. He has finally worn himself out. He started digging a hole for absolutely no reason and then just laid down. And he's been still for about a minute. Okay, I'm pretty sure cricket's in those tree roots. Right here. Somewhere in here. It's my guess. Cricket, come on, let's go. It's probably not the best place for her. Come on, Crick, get out of there. Come on. Although I bet you that's where I'm going to find her from now on. This is, by the way, I just laid down here. It's sand. It's not mud. Look at that. It's awesome. I bet we're going to find her in that tree a lot. That looked pretty cool. She just went right in there. That's cool. I bet there's something else in there other than her for sure. All right, I'm gonna go. These pets need a rest. Come on, let's go inside. Come on. I'm gonna do some editing. I think I found yet another better beach than I've ever been at before because of the sand. A couple people have asked, why do I have the dog bed outside to get rained on and everything? Number one, he likes it out there. Look at him. He likes to be out there. Number two, the dog bed smells like the dog. So the more time it spends outside, the better. He knows I'm talking about him. I don't believe the sun's out. The sun has come out. How perfect is that? All right, well. I'm going to take River for a boat ride. It's supposed to be cloudy and a little rainy today. And it is sunny and not rainy, and it is beautiful. And it's 5 degrees warmer than it said it was going to be. Look at the little birds. Cricket should come out and chase that thing around. River's going to get it. There he goes. That's his favorite thing to chase. All right, so I came up with I'm sitting here doing nothing, kind of bored, but also just enjoying nature. My chair's crooked. And when River and I were exploring earlier this morning, we came across a shovel. So I'm going to go get that shovel and make my chair flat. And then I'm going to debate about the moral issues of collecting this stuff. So if you find something on an island that is perfectly usable, did the person leave it there on purpose to come back for it? Or are you able to grab it no matter what? I don't know. So with the wood and the deck that I was collecting on that island, I had seen it for 3 years. I mean, I had seen it for year after year after year, and no one did anything with it. This I just found, and I don't know. All right, well, that's 100 times better. Probably just put it back in the tree and I'll know where it is when I need it. That's how I'm going to do this. Not everyone knows where it is. It could be a group shovel. I'm going to grab that. That's going to be my other post. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the scapula. That might be my thumbnail. Death on the river. I don't know if you guys ever watch insect documentaries on YouTube, but Ants Canada is one of my favorite channels. He has over 5 million subscribers, so he doesn't need me pointing him out, but he would love this. There's ants all over this thing. Flying ants, which are carpenter ants. I don't know why they're eating meat. I don't know how that works. You know, this river doesn't do anything with it. Look at this. Imagine the fish in here when the water's high during summer. Yeah. I have owned this stove for 7 years now, 6 years. I bought it. It was the first thing I bought when I bought a tent. And I have a tent that this goes through where you can do winter camping, and it's pretty cool. The best part about it is that it folds up and it goes in a bag. And I can use it here. I can use it at the off-grid property. I can use it on the deck. I can use it on the boat. I can use it in the woods. So versatile. And to me, I mean, honestly, I could get a 90 or a 45 degree bend for the chimney here. And I could put that inside the boat without having a hole in the roof. I could just run it outside. But it's too, my diesel heater does a perfect job, and this thing gets the boat way too hot, so I'm not going to do that. But I will use this on the off-grid property all the time. So we're going to start using it. I might even actually put a screw into the floor real quick, just to, I don't know, make sure it's safe, but let's take a look at it. Get that lit, get a chair sitting right here, let the dog lay down, it'll be perfect. So there's a couple things that I really love about the fireplace. Number one is these racks. If you have wood that's not really dry, you can put about 6 logs, 3, two, one, and it'll dry a lot faster. It has one burner. I've never really needed more than one burner. I don't really make like spaghetti or anything on it or anything, but the flue shut off is great. It doesn't get too hot, but all these handles are pretty good where you can touch them without them getting too hot, but you have to be quick about it, you know. I like the window. I wish there was more window, but you know, when you're talking about a small fireplace, they typically don't have more window than that. So it lights up good, it runs good, it's clean, it folds up and fits in a bag. Speaking of bag, this is what I keep in the bag with it. It has wheels, so you can roll it behind you if you're going a ways in the woods or whatever. Fire extinguisher, fire starter, the little grippy thing to reach in there and get logs, chimney cleaner, chimney sweep, hatchet, my little handsaw, and WD-40 to clean the handsaw and the hatchet. So, probably gonna make a fire in a couple hours. Maybe I should go get some wood. That sounds fun. WD-40 not only oils the blade so it doesn't rust as much, but it also gets the sap off. A lot of people don't realize when you're cutting a tree, you get sap on here. That's all sap. And when you get that off, the blade cuts. It takes less force to slide through the wood because this is so sticky. How's it going? Yeah, you do. And it's not even wind. The guy I was just talking to, I only recognize him because he never wears shoes. He's always barefoot. And he just pulled up and he started talking and he goes, I got my shoes on. And so then I recognized that he's the shoeless person. I know a lot of people think that you need electricity to make coffee, but some of the best restaurants in the world serve their coffee only through French press. Essentially, you take boiling water, you pour it in there with your coffee. When it's done brewing, you push down the screen to clear the coffee to pour it. And however you get your boiling water is up to you. I'm currently using driftwood to make my boiling water, but you can use propane or what have you. It's a good way off-grid to make great tasting coffee. It's how you do that when you don't have gloves. You have to use the tool. And even though I've had this thing for 7 years, I still have the tool. It also, you see how it's shaped round like that? That matches the bottom of the grill or the fireplace to scrape out the ashes. Oh. Now, I let the coffee sit in there for 5 minutes. And then I push down the little. And then I have coffee. And it's amazing coffee. And no electricity was used at all. Look at this lazy dog. Stealing my chair. I need another chair. One of the best things about that fireplace is that it takes 24-inch logs. So processing wood is a lot. I mean, it's not as time consuming as the tiny tot stove in the sailboat. It's not as cute as the one in the sailboat, but it also has a window. So I gotta tell you, a window versus cuteness, I don't know. A window kind of takes the cake, I think. So.
Somebody keep telling me don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come.